Helmets of the Second World War. From here we can see all the different Axis helmets. So you can see obviously the German one, most famous, but then we also have their paratrooper one, we have the Japanese, and a few others, versus the Allied helmets. The British one and the French one, both were still used from World War I. They just continued using them versus the Americans, which adopted a more modern style of helmet. Whereas in World War I, that was really when they started using helmets for the first time, especially ones out of steel. They came up with a lot of funny ones, but overall, they kind of figured out that the Brodie style helmet and the steel helm were really kind of the best designs, and then obviously the Adrian helmets as well. And so in World War II, you'd still see a lot of these by the Germans, but they obviously built a ton of their more modern helmets since a lot of these were taken as war trophies. And then for the British, they had the Mark II, so it was a slight variation. Same with the Adrian helmet, slight variation post-war. But overall, a lot of these helmets, they really wanted to protect the sides of the head, because the British, it was a good helmet if artillery was coming in directly from above, because that's the shrapnel is really what these helmets were for. Unless it was like a ricochet or some glance, a bullet wouldn't have been able to be stopped by one of these helmets. Unless, of course, they were super far away or something. However, the main purpose was artillery. But if you're not in a trench line, so much more of the artillery isn't necessarily coming from above, you need more side protection, which is why these became more popular.